Ladies and gentlemen, successful woman entrepreneur, help me welcome in digital screen, Mrs. Lata Gala. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I want to thank God, first of all, for all the blessing that we are experiencing. But we want to congratulate each one of you sitting here. Especially I know some of you from all over different places, from long distance, drove and be here, and especially for new ladies, first time, maybe second time, maybe third time here. Still, you are not very sure whether this is for you or no. One thing I can tell you: keep coming. Please keep coming, keep associating, because this business will definitely change you. And it will help you to make different choices, right choices along the way. And your life will be blessed as ours is. You saw all the leadership up, on the stage a little while ago. A lot of time people just talks about Kanti and Lata, Kanti and Lata, Kanti and Lata. And I can tell you, Kanti and Lata will be nobody if we didn't have all these great leaders that you saw on the stage. Absolutely. Clap for all the best of the best leaders that we have. And yet, in the beginning when we started, we didn't even knew any of them. One couple we only knew in the business is Praveen and Madhu Chheda. We sponsored them, and after that, we found so many great leaders. And as I said, sometimes some friends and relative doesn't get in the business, but these are the people who are more than a friend and relative. So some of you really wondering, whether this one will do it, this one will not do it. First decision make yourself that you're gonna do it. Once you decide you're gonna do it, God will help you find people. That's for sure. It's just a very unique business. We are just enjoying, of course, as I said, but so many. One thing I will, of course, thank God, and then of course thank Bill and Peggy Britt for changing our life, because as Kanti was talking about where we were in our life, we've been in the USA for a long time, over 40 years, and we've been in the business for over 26 years now. Some of you were not born probably, we were already in the business. Yes, I know some people are probably under 26 years. And I'm sure, you don't even know sometimes where your business will go. Sometimes some of you wondering, who is going to be in our business. Probably some of the people are not even born. They're going to be in your business. That's how this business goes. But, I want to thank Bill and Peggy Britt again for changing our life, blessing us. And of course, Bill, we miss him. He passed on. But the legacy is still continuing everywhere, every places, on all the different CDs and all the different books and the BWW system and all the association that Bill and Peggy Britt has set up all over the world. Bill is alive. Bill is right here alive. And I know that, as Kanti said, all of you has little Bill Britt inside you. Absolutely. And another thing, of course, you know it, you heard it enough. Actually, I should say Bill's dream is to have 100 diamonds a year. In 1 year, have 100 diamonds at the same time. Bill has over so many diamonds, of course, worldwide. So many diamonds over, I don't even know, numbers are like, over, plenty of diamonds he has all over. But this one is 100 diamonds in 1 year. And I can tell you, Peggy Britt, I'm very close to Peggy Britt now. Every often, I talk to her every 8-10 days, just to find out how she's doing and all that. And I had just called her also right from the airport as we come in to USA here. And I told her we are going to India for Go Diamond Weekend. Peggy is very excited about the business. We had her on the FED in Richmond, Virginia, on FED stage. And she had mentioned that also, that, she would love to see Bill's dream, Bill's vision of 100 diamonds a year come true. And that means that all of us has a responsibility. A lot of time people will tell me, Kanti, Lata, why you are still going out? Why you are still working hard? Why you going after money and all that? People will tell you all different things. We're not going after money or anything. How much money can you make? we have made enough money, probably our grandchildren, will not, children will have plenty of money, that much money. But we don't go after that. We are going after the responsibility. We are going after Bill and Peggy's dream. We want to have 100 diamonds a year happen, and we want to see Peggy Britt to see that, and all of you have a big responsibility for that. So just make sure each one of you, keep working hard. So we'll have Peggy Britt's dream of 100 diamonds a year, and I know all of you are going to help me on that. And that's the reason we are going. But again, few things I want to tell you again, we are absolutely no big deal. We are people just like you. We did get hold of this business, awesome business, and Kanti already talked about a little bit about our lifestyle when we were in USA. But one thing, when we got started, I had told Kanti, two things I will never do from the stage. I will never speak from the stage, and I will never sell anything. And Kanti said, okay. But I kept coming in, and I kept changing myself. And I kept growing. And then automatically everything falls in place. And today, of course, I can speak in front of 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 people. And that itself is just a growth, personal growth in this business. It's so incredible. If some of you sitting there, you're wondering how can you do it, you will be able to do it. Just put your mind and put your heart and get committed. Get surrounded by the BWW Association. And I tell you, your life will be blessed. Your life will be changed. Earlier in the business, I had learned from Bill Britt that, Bill Britt, that 10%, life is 10% of what happens to you. And 90% is how you react towards it. 10% is what happens to you, and 90% is how you respond to it. So whole business is, changing your attitude, making your attitude right. I want to talk about these few points. I had found this old paper that I had when we were going from silver. How did we move on from silver to platinum to emerald? There are some points I'm going to go fast and cover a little bit about that because I know all of you want to move on to emeralds and diamonds soon. There are few things what we need. What are the changes? That is one thing you have to realize. Where you are today, and that is one thing right away I heard from Bill and Peggy Britt. Where you are today and where you are going 5 years from today will depend on the number of books you read and kind of people you associate. Very, very important things. The type of people you associate and the type of books you read. And the things that you change. And I realized very early in the business, we'll need to change. So we had made a decision that we're going to really commit 100% to the business temporarily and then find out. But I tell you, within 11 months, we did found the result. When we started the business, it was like full-time job. I had a 40 hours of job. Kanti had a 60 hours of job. And then this business came along. So that was a lot of commitment. How am I going to create a time? That was really, really easy. But once you make a decision, you will figure it out. You will find out. How would you keep time? How would you make time? But then we said, let's keep one day for family. Because you always want to do a little balancing, a little this and that. So he said, let's keep one day as a family. And you know what? A lot of time, that might not work out. It might not work out. Just figure it out. What is the best for you? Keeping, balance and all that. But balance in the life, it is, constantly changing. You can, a lot of time people say, how do you balance? Balance, what is balance? The life itself, you just have to kind of figure it out, keep moving, keep doing the things, you don't have to keep juggling. Balance is, of course, I learned very earlier from Bill and Peggy Britt, there's a God, that is number one in your life, then family, and then business. That was always understood. But when we made a priority, business as number one priority, temporarily, a lot of time temporarily, again I said, the family, God, family and business. Now, in the family, there is husband, there is wife and then children. Actually I'm not going to go in that much detail, but again, make that as a priority. But a lot of time what happens, the business will take over family priority. And that is where a lot of time ladies get very kind of imbalance. Don't be afraid of that. That is just, physical imbalance. In your mentally, you always have family before business. That is always there. But just temporarily, you might get a lot of imbalance. Don't worry about that. That will, as the time comes in, everything fall in place. Little bit, in the beginning, you might have to do, little bit postponement, little delay gratification and all that we talk about. So just, figure it out. For us, it did not work. We figured, we said we'll keep one day for a family. But then we have a business, we sold the business to somebody. And they want only the day that, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we said, okay, we'll have family day. But when we go to family day, there are some people only can see us on Wednesday. And so we cannot say that, okay, let's make it. So don't be rigid about certain things. Be flexible. Okay? Number 4. This is really, I can tell you a lot of time you will have that feeling, and I had it. Until we went Emerald, I was not even sure, is this the right business? Are we doing the right thing? I always had that fear and doubt all the time. Because I couldn't speak good English. I had, I thought I was, not doing the right thing and all that. Always had back of the mind a little bit, am I doing the right thing? But I kept pushing myself. Towards the system, towards the association. And one more association I did not want it to go. When I went, I saw something, I heard from the different leaders, different things. And that made so much sense. And I kept coming, I kept changing. And then, I tell you, there was no looking back. Once we went before Emerald, as a matter of fact, we had made more money in this business than my job. So I did not have to go to work. I remember, our 2 children, they were 3-year-old and 6-year-old. But on 2nd July, it was Neil's 10th birthday. And on 3rd July, it was Anjali's 7th birthday. They are like 3 years and 1 day apart. And the 4th of July, I had given them the best birthday gift. And that was to be a full-time mom from, and to be retired from my job. That was the best, best gift that I had given them. So there was no looking back after that whether this business will work or no. So it will happen to you. Another thing was number 5 is, we did not do major spending while we were building the business, We focused right on the business. We didn't took any long vacation. A lot of times, especially, coming, staying in USA. I know a lot of time people used to go to India to visit family, and I could not do a lot of times some marriages. I know Kanti's sister was getting married, and we could not be at the wedding. And some those, some tough decisions a lot of time we had to make. And some vacation, we did not took hardly much vacation. All our vacation went, like we used to have lot of long distance. Same way, a lot of you came all over driving. We had like 13, 14 hours of driving from different places. Like from New Jersey, we used to drive to North Carolina, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, sometime all different places, and we used that as our vacation time. We did not, one day we'll take kids early and spend in the hotel or, go around. Like that's how we used. And I tell you, it was so much better later. But in the beginning, we gave a vacation, we gave up sleep. That was something very, for me, it was the hardest thing, giving the sleep. I used to sleep 10 hours. I needed my beauty sleep. And then in this business, you had to create time. So I had to really change a lot. Cut down on my sleep, 8 hours, 7 hours, 6 hours. Sometimes when the business was growing fast, sometimes 4 or 5 hours of sleep. But you know what? It is just mental. A lot of things is just mental. You will experience yourself. Once you decide on certain things, when you're excited about the life, sleep or thick does not matter. I had heard from Bill Britt once, Bill was talking about it, that once you die, you're gonna sleep anyway, so why to catch up now? And that did kind of register, because that was something I always used to be, oh my God, I'm gonna die, lack of sleep. And then you heard Dr. 𝐃𝐲, incredible doctor, and I had asked him years ago, he is a very big doctor in the hospital in New York, and I had asked him, have you ever written a death certificate because of lack of sleep? And he said he never did. So I said, I'm going to be safe. Things like that, you will come across, and sometimes you want to catch up a little bit here and there, sleep and all that, it is okay. But otherwise, don't worry about it, but you will have to create time, with the 3 kids and all that, we did figure out that. Number 6, we always educated ourselves with the books and the CD and the products. Always educated. CD was something, I tell you, if it was not for the standing order program, if it was not for the CD, I won't be in the business for sure. Because CD, every time I used to go to work, 1 CD. As soon as I come back from work, 1 more CD. Always, I had every single day, I had 2 CDs a day at least. And that kept me motivated. That kept me going. CDs are your friends, especially when your uplines are not around, or all the people that you saw on the stage, everybody, you see, you have so many CDs. I have seen backstage here, they have tools and they have all the different CDs from all different diamonds. And they have gone through whatever you're going through. No difference. So make sure you listen to CD very, very regular. At least if you are new, at least get on the standing order, maybe for 3 months, for 6 months or whatever. And if you think you don't like it, get it back. But I tell you, once you get into that, you will not come out. But that is something you really will, it will change. CD has changed me, books is another thing. It will change you. Find different kind of books with the husband and wife relationship book, and how to work with, people, all different kind of books. And that will really, really help you. Number 7, passing the information to the group. There are a lot of different information comes, where are the meetings, where are this and that. Of course, this is the old notes. Nowadays it's so easy that you can just kind of post it somewhere in the social media and you can get very, very easy access. But make sure, group knows about certain times, certain things, where the meetings are, where the thing is, about any other information. It is very, very important to pass on that to the people in your team. Number 8, arrange a priority, pre-planning, organizing and all. Now this is something, I already talked a little bit about it, making business as a priority, planning, pre-planning, organizing. That is something I tell you, I'm very, that was one good thing about me. I'm very organized person, I like to do things in proper order, plan, pre-plan, in this business that is very, very important, very, very important to learn, doing some multitasking. You have to, if you're talking on the phone, you just don't sit on the phone, especially now with the, phone cordless, before we had earlier in the business, we had this long wire, it used to be, otherwise you have to stand right in front of the phone here, but I used to get this long wire and I'll walk around with the phone, but I'll do multitasking, I can be doing this, I could be doing things, whatever needs to be done. So just do, whatever you need to do, arrange priorities, waking up, certain thing has to be done. You figure it out according to your lifestyle. What are the things you need to change to create time? I have to wake up 1 hour early, and because the children, they go to sleep. After they go to sleep, I had to stay another couple of hours to finish up certain things. You got to get it done. Whatever you want to organize, house, this and that. We didn't have any maid or any, anything. We had to just, do everything ourselves. And that definitely, was extra work that we needed to do. So you do whatever you need to do. Once you make a decision, you will figure it out. You will find out, how to do things. You got to, as they say, walk and chew gum. When you're chewing gum, you just don't sit and chew gum. You can walk around. I miss one other thing. I think that also not to do any big expense. We never did big expense, money-wise also, financially. All our financially, we didn't buy a lot of big things that we cannot afford to go a long distance, or we cannot afford to put the money on the tool. We did a lot of money on the tool, and a lot of leaders already talk about it. So make sure investment in the tool is absolutely very, very important. A lot of time, ladies get very kind of insecure when they, put some money or what your husband is. I remember Kanti buying a 40 CDs. On our first team meeting, he bought a 40 CDs, 40. And, I was very, very upset. I didn't even speak to him for 10 days when he did that, that's for sure, it was not easy, but again, I'm glad he did that, that's the reason we saw the result. Number 9, with 2 little kids, a lot of time I used to feel that, I was not spending enough time with them, homework, with their things and all that. Now, that is something I can tell you. I can talk on hours and hours and hours about building the business with children. And, from your upline, from your all the different series, you will figure it out. You will learn how to deal with different, series, different work with the children and all that. You will hear from all different series that there is, or when you keep coming into different associations, you will figure it out, or from your own experience, you will find out. As a matter of fact, when you are excited about the business, your children will get excited. As a matter of fact, they want you to go diamond fast. But sometimes, we kind of hold on to a lot of times, stuff. Your children want you to go diamond fast, so they want you to go and spend things. But you worried about them and that. At the Emerald level, I know we had Kulin and Meena Desai. Meena had covered quite a few stuff about the children and husband and wife team and all that. So learn and find out. But one thing I can tell you, when you are in this business, there is another number 10. And I'll combine this together. Husband and wife team, building this business, husband and wife team, working together as husband and wife team. I remember our first Go Diamond weekend. Bill Britt was talking from the stage. And it was like that really hit me. It was in 1990, 89 or 90, our first Go Diamond weekend. And Bill had said two things. What is your dream, and how is your home team? Those two things are very, very important. If you're building the business with husband and wife team, that is something you will have to really figure it out. That is something you will have to really work. Right now you see me and Kanti, wow, perfect couple. I mean, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. We had the same kind of argument, same kind of thing what you've been experiencing. But we change a lot. We change with each other. I remember earlier, like as I said, for 10 days I won't even talk to him, and I'll be like all kind of thing. We never had like very big argument that, I'll throw the pots and pan and all that kind of thing, I didn't get in that detail, but we did had ours, but again, came in this business, I learned very earlier in the business about three powers. Power of unity, power of submission, and power of speaking right. And these three powers, I tell you, I had pushed myself a lot right from the beginning. Unity is more important than your ego. Unity that is where the harmony is. And submission is something which is not like doormat. Submission is absence of rebellion. And those kind of things, I had to really work a lot. I had to really learn to control my emotions and all that, And I tell you, we learn as a husband and wife, with each other, trust and respect. Never lose trust and respect with each other, because that is where your love will stay. You lose trust, you lost everything. Trust in your spouse, trust in the upline, trust in the BWW system. Never lose it, I tell you, because that is where, it will come back to you. And those submission and the loyalty and the unity, that's very, very important to follow that, as I said. And that has helped me a lot. And that, again, going back to that number 9 with children, as we see ourselves changing, our children were really seeing that as they were growing up. We had put our children right in the system. A lot of time, we were not able to spend enough quality time. But whatever we spent, they were watching us changing, and their security is a lot more. When you are fighting, arguing, I tell you, your children are more scared. They really. When you see changing, and a lot of time you see your husband is your, friend, hero, whatever you call, and your children, you tell them who is the head of the family. I mean, now of course, equal opportunity and all that. But there's always one thing always stayed with me. Any organization to function, there has to be only one head. Could be husband or wife, doesn't matter. But there is only one head. And I tell you, that's how we decided. We decided, he is the head, I'm the neck. The neck is very, very important because it supports the whole head. You got to always remember that. Husband and wife as one unit. He's the head, you are neck. Neck is absolutely supporting this whole head. Very much responsible. So you got to, have one like that. You cannot be like, the head wants to move this way, and the neck cannot be moving this way. Always have to remember that. Because if the neck is moving this way and the head is moving this way, you really get pain in the neck. and that you don't want to be in this business. So you learn, you change, and that is where as I said, your children also will be so happy and blessed. And I tell you, I mean, you will become the best. I mean, Kanti and me, as I said, we have gone through whatever you are going through, but we surround ourselves with the best system that there is. Bill and Peggy Britt has created this awesome system. 9 core steps, that is. Somebody was asking me, what is one thing in this business? There is no one thing. The 9 core steps. Earlier in the business, I heard from my upline, one of the upline, they said 9 core steps is a combination lock. If you're missing one of the key, one of the unit, the lock will not open. So get that, complete 9 core steps, 3 powers, cardinal rules. Just follow. Basically, just a simple. Business is so simple. A lot of time we just make it a lot more complicated. So just get yourself, into the association, into the system, and I can tell you, your life will be changed. Your life will be blessed. And I know, a lot of time here there is also many second generation children. I see so many second generation are sitting here. I am very, very, very proud of each one of you there who are sitting here, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 young people. Congratulations, all the young people here. Give yourself a big hand. Very, very, very proud of each one of you. The decisions and the choices that you make, just remember, it's not just yourself. The decision that you make will affect not your children but your grandchildren. And that's what we are. We are just, so blessed. We are just enjoying life. I tell you, life is just awesome. With grandchildren, children, 3 grandchildren. We are just, as I was talking, I was standing at the Emerald meeting that, I'm in, it's good to be diamond and double diamond title, but I love my daddy, my nanny, my title. That is really the best. It's awesome. And we're just enjoying, as I said, the lifestyle. You saw the lifestyle. You can have whatever you want in life. The peace of mind. But I tell you, the best thing is the security and the peace of mind. I had read also somewhere, a lot of time people says, oh, you are just talking about all that, but everything is just pre-written. Everything is written, whatever, with a star and this and that. I do believe in the star and all that, but I can tell you that, with prayer, I know everything is written, as people say, but I can tell you with prayer and action, it can be rewritten. You can rewrite your future. And BWW system will really help you. I had also read, it says, if the egg is broken from outside force, life ends. If the egg is broken from an outside force, life ends. But if it is broken from inside force, life begins. Great thing always begin from the inside. So get yourself inside. Get fired up.